the companions of Jannah, the people who hang out in Jannah. Sahib and suhba. Suhba means company. They're always being given company in Jannah, and they accompany Jannah all the time. They want to hang out there. On that day, they're going to be better off as far as mustaqarran, a place to chill, a place to cool off. Mustaqar is going to chill, man. You know? Khayrun mustaqarran. Mustaqar is also used as a place where you go to relax, like a vacation spot. Change of scene. Temporarily you go somewhere. You know, temporarily, any place you go to is fun. Until you stay there too long, you start missing home. Then you come home and you're home too long and you're like, I need a vacation. You always have to, you know, Allah says people of Jannah are going to be better off in the place to chill, and this is a place where they will never be bored. They're not going to be like, oh man, I really want to go there. You know, I really want to go somewhere else. We went to Seattle this year. I took the kids to Seattle this year for like 15 days. First day they got there, we love Seattle, we never want to leave here, it's so beautiful. Okay. A week later, Huda's like, Abba, can we go home? I miss home. Iman's like, I miss my racetrack. I want to go home. Okay, we're going home. We got another week. Another week? Then we get back. When are we going to go to Seattle again? This is the world. You know, mustaqarran. وَأَحْسَنُ مَقِيلًا. And it's better off as a time to just sit back and enjoy your day. You know, we're in a busy lifestyle. Life has become a lot faster. And in Texas, I tell you, it's a lot slower than it is in New York. But when I used to live in New York, there was no such thing as just a day where you just, do nothing. You didn't have that. Vele baithe mein. Nothing doing. Just chilling, you know. I don't know if I've told you that cheesy joke before. I love this cheesy joke. I absolutely love it. This is maqil. Maqil means from qaylula, to take an afternoon relaxation, a little rest. And actually maqil is used because there's no sleep in Jannah. You don't need sleep. But you can chill anytime you want. Just sit back. Because sleep means you lost time. You lost time that you could have done something with. You don't lose energy. You don't get tired, so you don't need sleep. But you want to just, we tear the sky open, crack it open with these dark clouds. وَنُزِّلَ الْمَلَائِكَةُ تَنزِيلًا. And the angels start getting sent down row upon row upon row. Little by little by little. Allah didn't say أُنزِلَ الْمَلَائِكَةُ إِنزَالًا. He says نُزِّلَ الْمَلَائِكَةُ تَنزِيلًا, which means it'll feel like they never stop. They just keep on coming. You know how when an army is shown to be intimidating, you see the first row show, then the second row show, then the third row show, and you're like, 3 rows, that's pretty, and the fourth shows up, the fifth, and the sixth. And it just doesn't end. You get overwhelmed. This is نُزِّلَ الْمَلَائِكَةُ تَنزِيلًا. And by the way, that sentence didn't even end. The day on which this happens, ... When does Allah do that? We've talked about this before. When the then portion of it is unspeakable. When it's unspeakable. We do that kind of thing for unnecessary reasons. Like it's so annoying in our English. Nouman, if you could please sit over there. Then what's going to happen? If you could please sit over there. That would be nice, I guess. Or something. But in Arabic, when this is done, it's done to say, use your imagination. Because words won't do justice to what's going to come. الْمُلْكُ يَوْمَئِذٍ الْحَقُّ لِلرَّحْمَنِ. The dominion on that day is truly going to be, the true dominion rather, is going to belong to Ar-Rahman. The true dominion on that day is going to belong to Ar-Rahman. I'm on ayah number 26. I hear whispers. Alhamdulillah, huge ears. وَكَانَ يَوْمًا عَلَى الْكَافِرِينَ عَسِيرًا. And that has always been a day. It's meant to be a day. That is going to be very difficult on the disbelievers. وَيَوْمَ يَعُضُّ الظَّالِمُ عَلَى يَدَيْهِ. The day on which the wrongdoer, the evildoer, the criminal, the sinner is going to be biting on his hands. Oh. In old times, this was done as a show of expression. I don't know what you do when you're really in trouble. But on that day, And you know when people are really nervous? You ever see that? They're really nervous? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Nervous twitch? That's the expression. He's going to be biting on his hands. And forget biting the nails. He's literally going to bite the fingers off. That's how nervous he's going to be. That's how shocked he's going to be. And he's going to say, يَقُولُ يَا لَيْتَنِ اتَّخَذْتُ مَعَ الرَّسُولِ سَبِيلًا. Oh, if only, oh my God, if only I had taken a path alongside the messenger. If only I had taken the road the messenger was taking. You remember they were saying, how come no angel walks around with him? I should have been the one walking around with him. I should have been taking a road with him. And the word sabil here is also beautiful imagery that the Prophet himself ﷺ is on a journey. He's on a mission in this world that needs to be completed. I should have been part of that mission. I should have been there with him. اتَّخَذْتُ مَعَ الرَّسُولِ سَبِيلًا. يَا وَيْلَتَا. Oh my. Oh God. لَيْتَنِي لَمْ أَتَّخِذْ فُلَانًا خَلِيلًا. If only I didn't take that guy. He just says that guy, fulanan. So, he can't even remember his name. What's his name? God. I wish I didn't have him as a friend. Khalilan. Khalil, close friend. A loving friend. A friend, and whenever you're in trouble, you think of Khalil. Man, I'm having so much trouble. Call Khalil. Man, I had a serious problem. Call Khalil. That's Khalil. Someone you turn to in times of trouble. You text them. Man, God, can we talk right now? If you do that, can we talk right now? That's your Khalil. Okay? And if they write back, no, then they're not your Khalil. Then you're a stalker. Right? So, لَمْ أَتَّخِذْ فُلَانًا خَلِيلًا. I wish I didn't take that guy as a friend. What are we learning? You had a friend who thought that the mission of the Prophet ﷺ, that work, that lifestyle was lame. And you loved this friend so much, you wanted to be with him so much, you took his counsel on the most personal matters, you took his counsel on this too. So you didn't take religion seriously, you didn't take Allah seriously, you didn't take Qur'an seriously, because of that guy, because of your friend. And when you get to Judgment Day, that really close friend, these are opposites. Fulanan and Khalilan are opposites. If he's a Khalil of yours, you turn to him in every matter, at least you should know his name. At least you know who he is. On Judgment Day, he becomes a what? Who was he again? Fulan, that's what's used for Fulan. Fulan is when, etc. That guy. So-and-so. John Doe. That's Fulan in Arabic. It's not just used as, you fill in your own blanks. Even that guy talking can't remember. What was that guy's name? Why did I have him as a friend? I don't even remember who he was. You know? لَقَدْ أَضَلَّنِي عَنِ الذِّكْرِ بَعْدَ إِذْ جَاءَنِي. He's the one who misled me, took me away from the remembrance after it had come to me. I had the opportunity to remember Allah. I had the opportunity to learn His book. And he said, no bro, come on, Batman just came out. Let's go. Then we'll watch Spider-Man. Then whatever else we can sneak into. And by that time, Taraweeh will be done. Then we can head back to the masjid. أضلني عن الذكر بعد إذ جاءني وكان الشيطان للإنسان خذولا. And shaitan, especially for the human being, has always been extremely deceptive as a friend. Khadul means the friend that shows you that he's a friend and he's with you all the time, but when trouble shows up and you really need him, he disappears. He shows his lack of loyalty to you at the right moment, just when you need him the most. Then he shows, I'm not with you, what are you talking about? I'm not your friend. You're like, you backstabbing. Why'd you? And then he says, don't yell at me, let's just burn together. Don't worry about it now. There's no point yelling at me now. Those ayat have already come in Surah Al-A'raf. People turn to him and like, what? We listen to you. He's like, yeah, but I'm khadul. I act like your friend, but at the end of the day, you relied on me, that's your problem. Oh, you didn't know that I'm like that? Allah didn't tell you? Shaitan is going to trash talk on Judgment Day too. He's actually saying, please don't yell at me. I'm trying to burn in peace over here. Let's just burn. Okay? That's the kind of conversation he has on Judgment Day. وَكَانَ الشَّيْطَانُ لِلْإِنسَانِ خَذُولًا. And look at the word insan, the forgetful creature. He keeps forgetting that the shaitan is deceptive. وَقَالَ الرَّسُولُ. And if your problems weren't bad enough already, the messenger will say, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Ya Rabb, Master, inna qawmi ittakhadhu hadha al-Qur'ana mahjura. This nation of mine, my nation no doubt, They took this Qur'an and they abandoned it. They left it in abandonment. The guy says, I didn't take a path with the messenger. And the messenger says, they didn't hold on to the Qur'an. We're learning holding on to the messenger means holding on to the Qur'an. Mahjur from hijrah. What's hijrah? To be taken away. To migrate. They migrated from the Qur'an. They didn't have time for it. They didn't care about it. It was something to be ignored. It was something to be kept away. And this is, by the way, the original ayah is not about Muslims. The ayah is about disbelievers. And if you study classical tafsir of this ayah, you'll find their crimes. They refused to listen to it. They refused to try to understand it. They didn't want to learn anything about it. They didn't care about its teachings. They made fun of what it has to say. And if you look at that list of crimes that scholars point out that these kuffar did, that the Prophet is complaining about on Judgment Day, what does that sound like today? Oh my God. The messenger will complain, this nation, my nation, and originally it was interpreted, my nation means Quraysh. That's my nation. But are we not his nation too? When he says my nation, are we included? My nation abandoned the Qur'an. We learned before in Surah Al-Hajj, the messenger will testify against you. In this surah we're learning, what is that testimony against us? How can he testify against us? What words will he use, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to testify against us? Here are the words. The Muslim should not die a death looking back at his life and saying, I left the Qur'an in abandonment. I abandoned the Qur'an. He better dare not say those words, or somebody dare not be able to say that about him. The angels dare not be able to put that in his record when he looks back at his life. And because this is such a serious matter, spreading an understanding of the Qur'an, creating curiosity about the Qur'an. So many Muslims aren't even curious about the Qur'an. They don't even care to know. Oh, Qur'an, it just talks about this and that and the other. Okay. I already know what it has to say. They're not even curious to want to know. And if they do, they have this condescending attitude towards it, as though there's something above it. They can analyze it in a way that shows that clearly this is like for primitive, not that sophisticated people, and we are too far well educated to be taken in by this book. We Muslims, the few Muslims that are actually sitting in these circles or listening to these durus, we have to be the people that go on the campaign of making Qur'an commonplace. So we don't, because we love our people, even the ones that are sleeping. We can't abandon them. Even we're supposed to give this to the rest of humanity. The vast majority of the ummah is sleeping. We have to wake the ummah. We have to bring them back to the Qur'an, whatever way it takes. By begging and pleading and telling a joke or whatever it takes. Just get them something to the Qur'an. Get them a little closer. Because we don't want anyone, myself, yourself, or anyone, to rise on that day and the messenger speaks these words and points at them. We don't want that to happen. We can't afford that.